Right, good evening. I'd like to call North Aurora Village Board meeting for Monday, April 20th, 2026 to order. Please join me in a silent prayer and meditation. All right, thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gaffino.
Here.
Trustee Christensen.
Here.
Trustee Curtis.
Here.
Trustee Gately.
Here.
Trustee Lowry.
Here.
Trustee Nedved.
Here.
Trustee Salazar.
Here.
All right, thank you. I got three proclamations to read tonight. The first one is Arbor Day. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for planting trees, and whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and Arbor Day now is observed throughout the nation and whole world. Whereas trees reduce erosion of precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heat, cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, countless other wood products. And whereas the trees in our city increase property values, enhance economic vitality of business area, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. And now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Mark Gaffino, Village President, North Aurora, do hereby proclaim April 24, 2026 as Arbor Day. Okay, my next one is April is Volunteer Month. Volunteer Appreciation Month. Whereas the Village of North Aurora has benefited from the service of numerous outstanding volunteers during the year, excuse me. Whereas an underpinning of a decent and just society is the willingness of the people to work together for common good, and whereas a positive energy of selfless individuals mobilized in service can stem the tide of social affliction, enrich our recreational and cultural lives, safeguard our personal safety, and contribute to the efficiency and positive effect of government services, and whereas volunteering creates an opportunity to better off oneself, and whereas it's incumbent upon all of our citizens to salute our dedicated volunteers, celebrate the volunteer programs which contribute to the life in the village. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Mark Gaffino, Village President, North Aurora, proclaim 20th day of April 2026 that April be recognized as Volunteer Appreciation Month in the Village of North Aurora. Chief, did you want to say something?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Board of Trustees. As you know, we are very fortunate here to maintain such a large and dedicated group of volunteers. Several years ago, we moved our team from a CERT team to a dedicated emergency management agency. Since then, they've assisted our village in numerous events. They've helped us in traffic direction at the police department. They've helped with damage assessment for any storms that have come through town, and they're trained in search and rescue. Not every town is as fortunate as we are to have such a great group of volunteers. I wish I would have brought them all here tonight, but if I brought them all here, there'd be no room for these outstanding individuals here who want to speak to you. So we brought our supervisory team -1. I'd like to introduce them: Dave Thiesing, Jim Bird, Mike Seiler, Julia Ruiz, and Jeff Wong. The only one who's missing is Harley Linker. And then we also have a large team with us that will be here tomorrow at the police department to be dedicated. So we thank you all for recognizing our volunteers and the great work that they do throughout the year, and hopefully we can continue serving the village. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Definitely a big asset to our community. So, and volunteering, yes, also get something out of that as well. So it's good for all of us. So thanks again. All right, the last one I have is support and recognition for Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas children are vital to our state's future success, prosperity, and quality of life, as well as being our most vulnerable assets. And whereas all children deserve to have the safe, stable, nurturing home, communities that need to foster their healthy growth and development. Whereas child abuse and neglect is a community responsibility affecting both the current and future quality of life of a community. And whereas every April, the General Federation of Women's Club Fox Valley Junior Women's Club is dedicated to raising awareness about Child Abuse Prevention Month in an effort to educate the community on how all can work together to help prevent child abuse. Whereas the Fox Valley Junior Women's Club knows that the pinwheels are a national symbol for child abuse and neglect prevention. The pinwheels represent a hope that every child will be raised in a healthy, safe, nurturing environment. It is also a call to action, encouraging people everywhere to recognize that children are our future and that they all have a role to play in keeping them safe. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Mark Veal, Village President, and the Board of Trustees of North Aurora recognize April as Child Abuse Prevention Month and encourage all to be aware and take steps to protect our children and help prevent child abuse. So, would somebody like to come up and speak?
I did write something up, though.
Sure.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. To the village president and board, April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. On behalf of GFWC, which is the General Federation of Women's Clubs, and the Fox Valley Junior Women's Club, we want to thank you and express our gratitude for allowing us to plant a garden of blue pinwheels last week down by the Berman Tower and the Fox River Trail. The pinwheels are a national symbol of Child Abuse Prevention Month and represent a happy, safe, and happy childhood, giving hope that all children should live free of abuse. The annual Pinwheel Garden is a planting of the General Federation of Women's Club Pinwheels for Prevention campaign and our Juniors Club program Advocates for Children, which encourages members to act as a voice for children, protecting them from harm, and making sure we're aiming to create safe environments and educating the community around us. The pinwheels act as a visual reminder in our local community and as a sign of awareness and protection, and we couldn't be more grateful as a local community-based club to have been able to collaborate with the Village of North Aurora and make an impact once again this year. This was our third year planting the pinwheels at the Berman Tower. The Fox Valley Junior Women's Club began in October of 2017 as a way for local women to gather and give back to local communities in the Fox Valley area through initiatives such as child abuse prevention, along with other community service projects. We are a 501c3 nonprofit who meets monthly in North Aurora. We are just one of 30-plus junior clubs under GFWC Illinois and members among 60,000 other women in the U.S. and internationally. Our mission under the General Federation of Women's Clubs is dedication to community improvement by enhancing the lives of others through volunteer service is what we do. It's important for us to give back locally, especially in the surrounding area where we meet. We hope to continue making connections with the village on a project so significant as this one. Thank you again, and we appreciate you taking the time to help us make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, move on. We have two public hearings. The first item is 2026-2027 budget. I'm going to open a public hearing if anybody would like to speak regarding our budget. All right, seeing none, I'm going to close that public hearing. Move on to item 2, the Silverleaf Development Annexation Agreement Amendment. Open that public hearing. You want to speak now? Okay. Joe Kramer, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'd like to know what the minimum size for a single-story house is in this. Does anyone know, or,
The minimum square footage, I recall, was 1,800 square feet.
pardon?
I recall it was 1,800 square feet.
1,800?
Nathan?
Because
is
that's
that-
changed all over the place. How many lots are there?
So it's still the same from the last meeting, 99 lots, and you're correct, 1,800 square
And
feet for a
the
ranch.
minimum square footage is still like 9,500 square feet for a lot?
Yes, the smallest lot is 9,500.
Okay. That's what I'm on.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to close the public hearing for that. We're going to move on to audience comments. Would you like to speak to that? Okay, seeing none, we're moving on to consent agenda. Steve?
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight's consent agenda has both the minutes from our last village board and committee of the whole meeting and the resolution for all of our MFT expected expenditures for this upcoming year.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis? Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Nedved?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item 1 under new business, Nathan?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. So the Silverleaf development is back for its final approval. There's 2 ordinances to do that. The first one is the Annexation Agreement Amendment, which will amend the original Zepelak Annexation Agreement from 2008. It will approve the map amendment, the PUD, the design guidelines, the right-of-way dedication, the bike path, and updates all the language to our current codes for impact fees and required improvements. And we just had the public hearing on it just now.
Motion to approve.
Second. Discussion? Call roll, please.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Nedved?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
And Mayor Gafino.
Yes. All right, thank you. Item 2, Nathan?
So this is the second part of that. So the first part, we agreed to do it, and here is where we're actually approving the map amendment and the PUD amendment for the 99 lots for Silverleaf.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion? Call roll, please.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Nedved?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item 3, Brian?
Thank you, Mayor. This item is the award of the 2026 road program. On April 9th, the village received 4 bids for the 2026 road reconstruction program. The project consists of pavement replacement on 8 streets for approximately 2.9 miles. Miscellaneous sidewalk will be done throughout town in the scope of work. The staff is recommending awarding the contract to Geneva Construction in the amount of $2,012,975.73.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Nedved?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item 4, Brian?
Thank you, Mayor. This item is a bid award for the Veterans Memorial Sign Project. On February 10th, the village received 2 bids for the Veterans Park Memorial Sign and Plaque part of the project. Aurora Sign Company was the lowest qualified bidder. Aurora Sign also submitted an alternate price to change plaques on the flag from titanium to aluminum, which would save the village a little over $45,000. This bid was a lump sum bid that included a schedule of values for information purposes only. Staff reviewed the proposal and found that Aurora Sign made an error calculating their lump sum. However, the error was still lower than the highest bidder, sorry. Staff reached out to discuss the error. Aurora Sign confirmed that the lump sum bid was correct. They provided us with revised pricing to show the correct sum. So now staff is recommending awarding the contract to Aurora Sign in the amount of $182,581.16.
Motion approved.
Second. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Nedved?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes. All right, thank you. Item 5, Brian?
Thank you, Mayor. This item is a bid waive for the VFD replacement project. You're going to hear VFD, which is a variable frequency drive. This has failed at well 4 and has been out of service for months. Staff has tried a less expensive repair to get the well up and running. However, that was unsuccessful. VFDs are used to regulate electricity during the startup and shutdown of wells. Staff hired Archer Consulting Engineers for the electrical design service for the VFD replacement. Since this repair is considered an emergency, staff asked 2 companies, both who have experience working on our wells, for proposals. The bidding process would add weeks to the project that already has a lead time of 26 weeks for the VFD. Staff is recommending waiving the bidding process and awarding the proposal to Frank Marshall Electric in the amount of $294,272.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Trustee Christensen?
Yes.
Trustee Curtis?
Yes.
Trustee Gately?
Yes.
Trustee Lowry?
Yes.
Trustee Nedved?
Yes.
Trustee Salazar?
Yes.
Mayor Gafino?
Yes. All right, thank you. That concludes our new business under Village President Report. I have nothing. Trustee comments? Seeing none. Administrator report?
Just that the Beautification Committee met earlier tonight and are in discussions to have a program throughout the community where we provide a kind of a grant to allow people to spruce up some of their landscaping, so to speak. We're working on the details too, but that was fresh about an hour ago, so.
Department reports? All right, seeing none. Motion adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. We'll be starting committee of the whole shortly.